Coffee TV. I'm your host, Iain Scott, your business barista, your enterprise sommelier, and we're about to embark on quite an exciting new adventure. It's my Glasgow Guide to Business. Now, there were two things that inspired this. First of all, a visit to my hometown of Glasgow in Scotland, which is renowned for street talking. There is, as they say, no mince. Mince is that phrase that's used when people, well, actually, it applies to, I think, just about every management book there is. Management mince. They're that thick, they're incredibly boring, and actually, sometimes the real gem is contained in a page or even half a page. So what I've been doing over the summer is trawling this sea of, well, I don't know what to call it, but I've been trying to find out stuff there that's going to be really good for you and your business to help it grow, to help it become more profitable, and find it in an easy, digestible way. And the other thing that I was inspired by was watching some of the old Open University films where a guy with beard and glasses stands at a flip chart. And I thought, oh, I quite like that because, you know, former teacher, I love a bit of, I like a flip chart. So without further ado, we've got Iain Scott's Glasgow Guide to Business and the first one, the Boston Box. Boston Box was created by a company called the Boston Consulting Group. But on the website, you'll find further details of all of this. But what they actually did was they created a mechanism which, surprisingly enough, is, wait for it, all will be revealed, a box. And it's for, well, I use it in a very specific way. I actually use it to assess how your products are actually performing. So what you do is you take your box and you divide it like so into 4. And you look at your product or your service and you drop it into one of 4 categories. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And those 4 categories are this. Slightly different from the Boston Consulting Group's terminologies with this one, but let me explain. What they actually said is that it's about product life cycle. Actually, what I said is, how much money are you making from your product range or your service? What you do is you say there are 4 things. The first, star, the second, a wildcat, the third is the cash cow, and the 4th is a dog. What you're doing is you say, out of all the products or servicing I'm offering, which one is, let's start with the dog, which one is the poorest? It's not doing very well. It's always kind of on a downward trend. So a dog is a product that is not making you much money. It's not doing well, and it could also be a service as well. The next one is the wildcat. The wildcat is one of those things that goes up, down, and you think it's going to be fantastic, and then it crashes. And then just as you're about to kill it, it comes back up again. So that leaves us with 2 others. The cash cow. The cash cow is precisely that. The cash cow is a product that gives you good money every day of the week, of the year, and it goes on. The money just keeps going on and on and on. So that leaves us with the 4th one, the star. A star is, just think of it like a confectionery company. They come up with a new chocolate type bar with bits and pieces. What's it got? It's got amazing stuff in it that gives you fantastic money. And, oh, I think we're going to get one. Look at this. Thanks, Adam. Shove that one over. There we go. Real life. It says absolutely nothing. Old-fashioned sweetie jars. So a star is a product that, give you a perfect example of this. Many, many years ago, we used to make chocolate brownies. They hadn't been seen in Britain. And a shop put them out for sale, I think about £1 a piece. Now, we were talking about 1982. That was an enormous amount of money, and they got it. Why? because nobody had come across that before, so there was no reference point. Now that's what I mean. So it's a new product that's out there. It's got that excitement factor. With that excitement factor comes what can we price it at? You get that pricing just right and you can make a lot of money. And what then happens is you're trying to keep the star going for a long, long time. Eventually other people will copy it and the star should drop down into a cash cow. In other words, it makes you good money, not as much as when it was a star, but it still makes you good money. And then after a period of time, it migrates and becomes a dog. And you're going, is this worth it anymore? You never can tell. It might come back. Where does that leave the wildcat? Well, the wildcat's very simple. It's one of those things you just can't tell. It could be a star, it could be a cash cow, it might be a dog. That's life. So to sum up, cash cow equals good steady money. Wildcat equals up and down. Dog, why bother? And finally, star equals ta-ra! That is heaven. A new product, a new service, unlike anything else, your competitors don't have it. What's all this about then? Well, go and put your business through the Boston box and see if you can actually understand where your product and your services actually fit. Trust me, it's a fantastic exercise and we're going to revisit it again soon. So, hope you like the Glasgow Straight Talking Guide to Business.